Hello, everybody. Welcome to Just Sharing podcast, where two of us just talking about different topics that we think are important for our listeners and our viewers. Anela, how have you been these days? What is going on?
Oh, what's going on? I'm having starting write a webinar or a workshop for superpower because I think we all have a superpower in us, and not only one, but we have more superpowers than we know about. And I don't think superpower is to be like this and this. And if you see a mother, she has superpower. She can change the diaper. She can talk in the phone. She can write a recipe. She can cook. And she do a lot of stuff. In my opinion, that's superpower to do all that and have a lot of other stuff going on. So yeah, that's
Yes,
what I have been doing this week. What
that's
about
amazing.
you?
I think it's amazing that you're doing this uh, because you look at the daily, let's say daily things, yes? Like you said, for mother, mothers have a lot of superpowers because sometimes no matter how tired they are, they still able to do things, yeah, and stay positive and stay strong for the whole family. So, yeah, superpower, it's not only um, like movies show, yes, Wonder Woman, like
Yeah.
she's strong and I guess she can fly, and there's a Spider-Man. Those are not those superpowers we want to talk today about. And I think it's needed. I think previous podcasts we mentioned that a little bit about the superpowers, but so what superpower you think you have as a therapist, as a mother, as a human? What comes to your mind? What do you think is your superpower?
My superpower as a therapist, I think, is that I'm a good listener, because it's important, and it's also important in your job, kind of job, because you're also a therapist, that we can listen and we are not interrupting what people are saying and our client are saying, because maybe that's the only space where they can say what they mean without being interrupted. And when you are listening, you have also to reflect about the answer you will give, or the advice or the tips you will give. So I think listening is one of my superpowers. And then you ask for my superpower for a human being. Was it
Yes,
that?
yes.
Yes. That's just to be me and do the best that I can do with my life, and taking care of myself, because I don't think anybody else will take care of you. And the superpower of that is also love yourself and have self-esteem and have self-worth, because if you don't have that, you can not love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, who will else love you? Because I'm a spiritual person, so what you send out in the world, you will get back. So I think, with I'm nice and lovable for other people's, and love myself, they would be kind to me. So yeah.
While you were saying that, exactly what came into my mind. The superpower, like just being yourself, because in this world it can be very, very hard because a lot of people tend to judge others and they bring some kind of pain because of their own fears and everything. And when you love yourself, you also almost like you help other people, you teach them how to treat you when you speak your truth, when you stand your ground, when you say, no, this is who I am, and I'm not gonna back down or change for somebody or anything. It's like you teach others how to treat you, but also people can see and can learn from you being so strong. Oh, she is so strong, I can be the same way. You can bring out curiosity and start other people questioning, maybe that's my superpower too, or I can create that. Because you're not always born with a superpower like our movie heroes. You actually can create that superpower. You can build those skills. And about listening, I really like what you said, because as a therapist, uh, it is very, very important skill, superpower to really help your clients. Because what happens sometimes they can say things in between lines. Yes, they can say
Yeah.
something. And if you're not listening and not enough attentive, you can really miss this opportunity to help them. And also, sometimes they can say one thing, but their body language can say another thing. So it's like being skillful, having superpower, listening, and observational superpower. So I really like that you are sharing this with me and with our listeners and viewers, because I think those your superpowers are really, really great superpowers.
Oh, thank you. And I would like to ask you, what is your superpower? What do you think you have a superpower?
Well, you mentioned before empathy, and I think that's one of my superpowers. Uh, that superpower didn't come too easy in my life, because having empathy is one thing from giving yourself, all self giving to somebody else, yes, by trying to please them. So there are two things, when you're empathic and listening to somebody and helping them and doing something that they need, instead of trying to just please what they're gonna think about me. Yes,
Yeah.
what their opinion gonna be about me. I'll do anything just to please them. I'll do anything to help them, so this is what they're gonna think about me. So it took me many, many years to develop empathy as a superpower, from coming from myself. I care about myself so much, and I build self-love so much that I can want to give that to others, but from the healthy point. This is
Hmm.
the healthy point. And I think it's very important in this world, because there is so much pain and fear that it's masked behind the anger. So when you're empathic, you are able to go beyond that anger. When somebody's, so upset with you and they blaming you with things and everything, when you stay just calm and quiet and you try to understand them, even though they don't say nice words to you, and you go beyond and get the feeling what is really happening in their heart, in their mind, how they really feeling, and being empathic, even though, like I said, maybe they're not so nice to you at those moments. And I wanted to say about another superpower.
Yeah, do it, do it.
But I forgot. I wanted to share so much that, okay. So another superpower that I developed, because I struggled a lot in my life, once again, with pleasing people, just doing everything exactly what they say and betraying myself on the way. Yes, I was able to change the point of view, which is very, very important. Changing point of view about somebody, yes, about your life or some person in your life, it really changes everything when you're able to see them in different light, and when you're not connecting your previous triggers to it, because it can be different person, but they can say similar things, so they can trigger you, and you go back to your old reactions, to your old beliefs and your thoughts. So by trying to see person in different way, changing the point of view of the person, of the situation, of anything that happens in your life, it is a real superpower, because everything changes around you then.
Yeah.
So the
And I
same is, yes,
Yeah, and I really love what you were saying about when we are listening, we are sometimes listening between the lines, because that where the empathy also came in, because you have not just the power of just listening, but you also have the power of feeling and sense the energy from the other person, from your client, because as you said, the body language tell you something and the voice are telling you another thing. And as a therapist, we have to find the balance and what's right and what's wrong. And we can use that as a superpower in our personal life and in
yes,
our life with everybody else. And I think that's also a power that we are teaching our clients, because everybody says, yeah, communication, and everybody can speak and talk, but not everybody can listen, because, oh, you said something, I need to answer that and interrupt you, and then you don't hear what the person really is saying or telling you. And it could, for example, be, yeah, you won $1 million, and oh, I will not miss that if anybody says that to me. But it's what we also are visualizing for the world. And you also talked about triggers, and one person can trigger you in one way, another person can trigger you in another way, because people cannot always trick you in the same way. It's also when you receive what they are saying, and what the mood you are in when you are receiving it, and what the mood is when the the person are saying it to you. It can be, yeah, very difficult, and it's very, I think, very important that you know what tricks you, because, for example, if it tricks your mind, if you have a depression, or if you have pain in your back, you know what's triggered the pain. So don't do it. Avoid it. But you can't avoid it if you don't know what the trigger is.
yes,
I hope
yes,
that makes sense.
yes. And another point that comes out of it, for what you said, superpower can be choosing. Yes, choosing how you're gonna react, how you're gonna feel, what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do in certain moments in your life. So when you choose, when you don't allow the reaction or anything, first thing that comes into your mind and the feeling within your body, when you choose to be aware of what's happening and not to react, maybe just respond, or not even respond and just listen, or just observe what's happening around, I think that that's a great superpower, because you help not only yourself, a lot of times you can help another person who's in conversation with you or in conflict with you, or whatever is happening, or in collaboration with you. So you help yourself and you help another person next to you at those moments. And I think choosing, like having a choice, knowing having a choice, it's like another superpower. I
Yeah.
just thought
And
about.
it's so powerful what you are saying about choosing, because, yeah, we all have a choice in world. And I always say we have two choices. We have two hands, yes and no,
Yeah.
night and day, up and down, So you always have, will I go that way or will I go that way? Will I believe that? Will I not believe that? So it's up to us. And I think also the most powerful thing we can do is to learn to know ourselves in the mind, in the body, in everywhere. If you know your body, if you know your mind, you can create your power and your love, and the way you want to present yourself in the world. And as I have written on my screen, the power of well-being is the knowledge of knowing who you are and how to find yourself. And finding yourself can sometimes be hard work, because sometimes you don't know who you are, because circumstances have changed that, and you can be in a situation where it's difficult to find out your feelings because you are hurt, your boyfriend has broken up with you, or something like that. But in the daily life, when we are talking about mothers and fathers and their superpower, they are dealing with it all day long. They are dealing with the children when they are talking and have a fight with each other. Mom and dad have to be the judge in that, and learn their kids how to cope with that when one of the siblings has made them sad or angry. And we have to learn in the good manner, in the good way, from when we are small. And I unfortunately, some adults haven't learned that from when they were babies, but there's still plenty of room to learn it, and they could learn it from you because you are so good at reflecting and give people what they really want to reflect about. I know you have given me a lot to reflect about in our conversation about everything we have talked about. And I think that's a very good power that you have. Uh, but sometimes we don't see the power in ourselves, but other people can see the power. And when they are saying it, it's, oh, is that right? Yeah, maybe they have right. And then you start to reflect about it and work with it, and then you create your own power from the in. From everything comes from the in of yourself, I think.
I really like that, Anela. And you know, it's it's about it's about superpower. Your
Mhm.
superpower can be what you just mentioned, giving somebody else, like if- helping them to retrieve that superpower, what they have within themselves. A lot of times in our lives, we judge ourselves. We learn to judge ourselves because others judge us. So if we believe what others say, we a lot of times so get fixated on this that we we don't even think about having superpower or anything. So people like you and I and other people that do therapy, or they're coaches, or there are so many people that help other people, yes. So our job is to help people to find that within themselves, yes, through empowering them, not telling them, oh, you're so amazing, you look good or anything. You empower them by giving them opportunity to find their superpower by asking questions. So they, like you said, they go inside and they find the answers. So they stop and start looking at themselves a little bit from different directions. Start questioning themselves and maybe people around, and their what life is about at that moment, or those people. So for us, giving somebody else find helping them, assisting them to find their superpowers. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I think so. And I also think that what we are doing is to help people to see that they have superpowers, because many moms and dads and other people in the world, they have, uh, difficulty to see that they have a superpower, and they feel they are overwhelmed by the daily work they have in the house and at the work and in the school. So, so to be aware of we have a superpower, it's making you more strong, making you more knowledge about yourself. But sometimes people need to be um, pushed to see what their superpower is, because somebody think, oh, that's not a superpower, I can't do anything. Oh yes, you can. You go up every morning, you go out of bed, you send your kid to school, you go to work, you are, yeah, you earn money, you go to fitness, and all that. Just be alive is a superpower in the days of our society, because
Yes.
it's not easy to be a human being and be yourself, because all the media is saying you have to be slim, or you have to have that color, or your hair should be that, and you have to do that and that. But we forget to again look inside. Is it really me? Do I really need to look like that? Or can I say, I don't give a shit. I'm me. And if you don't like me, that's your problem. You have to accept me as who I am, to accept yourself also. And that's sometimes difficult, but you can build it up and accept and respect yourself. I think that's also two superpowers that we can give to others. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And when one person finds out their superpower and they change their life and they get inspired and they get creative and they get excited, it's like it can be like ripple effect. So you can inspire another person to believe in themselves. Yes, you can show the way, you can help them discover their superpower. And it's a lot of can be done when there is not only one person, then it's two people, then it's three, and all of a sudden there is the whole community of people with their superpowers, no matter how big they are or like small are. But in the community, when all has something and it uplifts each other, look how much more you can create, how much more you can bring into the world. uh, what good energy you can emanate to others, other communities around that. Yes. And it's all about, yes, inspiring others, helping to heal and understand and grow and develop and move forward and help others. So this is the greatest superpower, when you help yourself first, and then you help others, and everyone's just start helping each other. And I know that it's not always so easy. Most of the time it's not. Most of the time it can be very challenging to find that superpower or develop a skill out of it and understand deeply. But this is this is what growth is about.
Yeah.
Just keep moving, keep questioning, keep learning, keep reading, keep talking to other people about one of the superpowers you're interested in developing within yourself, and everything then just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Everything will happen.
And the best part of a superpower, it's free. It costs nothing because you have it inside. And I love what you said about one person and affect another person. It's like the ring in the water, one drop make an ocean. And that's the community. and it's free, and you don't need to buy anything to get that superpower. So, yeah, I think for our listener and viewers, that's the superpower. We have to say goodbye for now. So we don't run out of time. But I hope you have got a lot of information and good tips and advice from especially Neringa and I for what a superpower can do for you and what you have a superpower inside you. So do you have some last word, Neringa?
I just would like to know, I would like our listeners to think and please share with us what is your superpower? I am so curious to hear because we all are different. I'm sure we all have different superpowers. And what's your superpower and maybe when did you use it and how you affected yourself or others? So please share what you think about overall what was it helpful? Was it okay what we were talking about? And once again, just if you want to know and hear other topics, if you want us talking about something we haven't spoken yet, please share with us. Please comment on our videos. We would really appreciate.
Yes, we will. And thank you for these kind words, Neringa. And I love the questions that you are setting out for our viewers. What is your superpower and when do you have used it? So I just want to say thank you for listening and looking at us. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.